Welcome. Today, I want to take you on a bit of a journey, really, to the heart of what I think is a true spiritual phenomenon. We're going to explore the history of a ministry that, well, it wasn't born in some grand cathedral or on a big televised revival. No, it was born in the silent digital spaces of a world that was, well, brought to its knees. This is the story of Khaya, LeZwi, the home of the Word. So, picture the scene. The date is March 26th, 2020. A global pandemic has just forced the whole world into this unprecedented lockdown. The nation of South Africa is still. Church doors are locked. The fellowship of believers, it's just scattered. And it's in this profound silence that a divine instruction is given to one man, Baba Nsibandi. The instruction, it wasn't complicated, but it was crystal clear. Create a WhatsApp group. The people must not be left spiritually stranded. And so from just that whisper of obedience, Khaya, LeZwi began. It didn't start with thousands, not at all. It started with just 30 souls from a local church, gathered in a single digital room. The name itself was a divine vision, the home of the Word. A sanctuary, a place where the uncompromised teaching of Scripture could be a daily bread, especially in a time of real famine and fear. The mission was, well, it was simple and powerful, to provide daily spiritual services, izinkonzo zunke izinzun, a constant stream of truth right into the homes of the faithful. And from that one single seed of faith, a great spiritual forest has grown. What began with 30 members now, it encompasses over 10,100 souls across 10 interconnected WhatsApp groups. The ministry then expanded onto YouTube, building this vast digital library of over 3,000 sermons for more than 4,000 subscribers. And what's amazing is that what was born in the digital world has now taken root in the physical one, with 25 church branches established all across South Africa, from Cape Town to KwaZulu-Natal. But to really truly understand the power and the draw of this ministry, you have to understand its unique structure. This isn't a social media chat room. No, it is a house of divine order, and it's governed by a spiritual law, an umteto, that's designed to protect the sacred focus of the space. The rules are strict, and they're very clear. First, there is no general chatting. The groups are for receiving the Word from its source, not for fellowship among the members. Any questions, any testimonies, all of that has to be sent privately to the admin, the leader, who then vets the content before sharing it with the community. Voice notes, if you send them to the admin, have to be no longer than 3 minutes. And that's not a guideline, it is a law of the house. Any message that goes over that, it violates the umteto and it's just ignored. And then there's a weekend moratorium. From Friday to Sunday, the lines are quiet, reserved only for the admin to post teachings and welcome new members into the fold. And then there's the rule that often makes people pause. The use of emojis is strictly forbidden. In the theology of this house, they are considered to come from a demonic spirit. That single, stark rule, it really speaks volumes about the ministry's deep commitment to spiritual purity and, separating the sacred from the symbols of secular culture. The leadership is anchored in humility and divine appointment. Baba Nsibandi is the founder. He's the daily teacher and the administrator, but he describes himself not as some powerful leader, but as a humble donkey that is ridden by God, just a simple vessel for a divine message. His wife, Mama Nsibande, she holds the authority for the dedicated women's services, which take place every Thursday. The teaching is focused and it's deep. It's all centered on ubunkwele, on holiness. It provides really practical instruction on how a child of God must live to see heaven. It teaches the keys to answered prayer and the necessity of making a specific confession of sin. And it's this depth, this discipline, that has drawn over 600 pastors from other denominations to join these groups, not to preach, but to sit in humility and just listen. To get into this digital home, you have to provide your full name, your surname, and your location. This is for order and identification within what is now a vast spiritual family. The ministry's foundational confession, really the rock upon which this whole home is built, is the declaration from Philippians 2:11, "O Jesu Christu iukosi," Jesus Christ is Lord. This entire structure, from its beginning in a crisis to its strict daily operation, it's really a modern testament to a ministry built on divine instruction and just unwavering obedience. So here's a question I'd like you to think about. In an age of just constant noise, right? Digital distraction and social performance, what is the power of a sacred space that actually demands silence and order and focused listening?